I'd like to introduce Dr. Kati Berg, Acting Dean of the College of Communication, Faculty Athletics Rep, and the Committee Chair for the search. Kati?
Good afternoon and welcome to Marquette University. I'm Dr. Kati Berg, Acting Dean of the Dietrich College of Communication and Faculty Athletics Representative. I'm very grateful for the privilege of leading a thoughtful search committee for our next Director of Athletics. We are eager to introduce our new Director of Athletics today, but before doing so, I must acknowledge the incredible work of Bill Scholl, who is retiring after 10 years here at Marquette University. Last May, Bill announced his decision to retire after more than 35 years of exemplary leadership in intercollegiate athletics. During his tenure, Marquette student athletes have excelled on the field and on the court and in the classroom. Over the past decade, Marquette won 20 team conference championships and was the winner of the 2016-2017 Big East President's Award for the first time in department history. The 2022-23 academic year saw 75% of the university's student athletes named to the Big East All-Academic Team, which recognizes student athletes who have a cumulative GPA of 3.0 or higher. We are grateful for Bill's passion and dedication and wish him a fulfilling, well-deserved retirement. I was proud to serve as the chair of the search committee for our next athletic director, as we sought a leader who could continue our tradition of excellence both on and off the competition field. Our search committee included faculty, staff, a head coach, an assistant dean, a trustee, and a trustee emeritus. In our competitive marketplace, it was clear that this is a highly desired position, and others value our strong reputation for high standards of academic and athletic excellence at Marquette. Our committee was pleased with the strong pool of candidates, which included sitting athletic directors and deputy athletic directors from top athletic conferences and universities across the country. I would like to thank my fellow search committee members, many of whom are here with us today, for their hard work in vetting candidates and interviewing finalists. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Marquette's 25th president, Dr. Kimo Ah Yun.
Today's a great day for Marquette. You know, when you embark on a search like this, it takes a lot of people to make it happen. And first, need to give just special care and attention to Kati Berg, who did an incredible job chairing this search, and also to all of the committee members here who served on it. We understand this is a lot of time that you put and effort. Can you help me thank them for an excellent job? You know, the other piece is we talk about a transition, and I know he hates this, but Bill Scholl and Julie, who have dedicated their lives to Marquette for a long time now. And not too long ago, we'd embarked on this search, and we thought that Bill would be moving on. But after the unfortunate passing of President Lovell, we needed to ensure that we had stability, and he stepped up immediately, and we will always be grateful for that. Your commitment and your decision to stay here at Marquette, your humility about leading this program, and as I was walking over here, I was thinking about why is Marquette Athletics in the position it is today? You are the architect of much of what we have, almost all of we have here, and so Marquette Athletics is positioned because of you. So thank you to both of you for your just great contributions to Marquette University. And while I'm sad to see Bill and Julie leave, I'm excited about the future of Marquette Athletics and where we are heading. When we began on this search, we began at a place where we would said is, we know we're a national university. We know we are competitive. We know that we are known for our student athletes, but how do we keep that momentum? And as Kati said, there were a lot of people who were interested in this job. There were a lot of people who had the qualifications. There are a lot of people who can do it. But the question was, who is the right person for Marquette where we find us today? And as a Catholic Jesuit institution, as an institution who cares about cura personalis and about building the whole person and about thinking about who our reputation is, it began to emerge that that person was already at Marquette. A student athlete himself. Someone who understands what it means to go through that experience, which is different. One who knows the experience of representing their university. One who knows it means about showing up every day. That's who we ended up with. And if you know Mike Broeker, who's been here for over 20 years, he has been as committed to anyone in this program. And I will say is one of the things you don't realize when you have someone on your staff is what their reputation is. You know, one of the things I'm so happy this search is to be over is people quit emailing me around the country of why we should hire Mike Broeker. My email was filling up, but it shows you just the reputation he has about people saying is the person that you need is with you already. And I think about his ability to work with Bill and to work with our coaches. He knows the recipe for success. He's already been connected to our campus. And when you think about our securing our future or safety on campus, he's already deeply connected of all the things we need to do to make sure Marquette is successful. But even outside of that, I think about who he is as a person, and his family's in front of us here. And we think about especially Ann, who's been by his side along this way, and his children, Michael, Danny, and Charlie. We're so grateful that you are sharing him with us. We are so grateful that you are part of this Marquette family, and we are so grateful that you can consider to support all that Marquette is. And with all of that, it gives me great pleasure to congratulate and introduce Mike Broeker as the next Vice President and Director of Athletics at Marquette University.
Note to self, do not follow Dr. Ah Yun on any more programs. I'm somewhere between terrified and anxious. About 2 hours ago, I thought I was going to throw up, so I did what Mike taught me in all my time around him. If you need to think, just go for a run. So I got a really good workout in because of today. I've been looking forward to this opportunity for a long time, but I've been dreading this day. Bill and I share a lot in common here. We would prefer to be on the other side. And if you know a little bit about me, that's where I got my career started, helping people far more important than me, coaches and student athletes or players or tennis players, preparing for these sort of things. So it was a very interesting challenge to prepare yourself. You know, first of all, this turnout it's like beyond, you guys all have better things to do. So I'm going to try to get through this quickly. I won't throw up. I probably will cry. I'm going to make you cry for sure. Like, these guys did not do a good enough job. I will make you cry. And if you cry, then I'll cry, so don't. And Danny, I saw when Dr. Ah Yun mentioned that I was a student athlete with a little smirk and a shake of your head, so we'll talk about that later. You know, I just want to welcome everyone. I'm grateful and I'm thankful for you being here. You know, for those of you that don't know, where's Coach Smart? Where's Coach Smart? I saw him. Far back right. Coach Smart develops a theme for every game for our guys. And it's just a way to capture for them the mindset, I think I'm saying it right, for what's necessary for us to achieve what we're trying to achieve in the game. So I thought about that as I was trying to prepare my speech to the level of Kevin Freisiger's on Friday. And if you got an F in public speaking, I would have had to drop out. But anyway. And so for me, in that spirit, today's just about deep gratitude. Deep gratitude. And it starts first and foremost with President Ah Yun. I cannot thank you enough for this opportunity. I am both humbled and honored and cannot wait to serve with your support. Over the past week, I've appreciated our conversations. I've really appreciated your honesty, your challenge for me to continue to grow as a leader, but importantly, your commitment to helping me do that. What an incredible leader we have as a president of the university. When we talk, and the first thing he asks me is not, what's your vision? How are we going to do this? What are you willing to do to continue to grow as a leader? That's what leadership should look like, and we should be thankful for that. So I want to offer another round of applause for you. And then somebody email him this video when I have my performance review in June. You know, I'm also excited to work alongside all of the amazing leaders we have on campus, and I know some are here and some aren't, but I would be remiss if I didn't say that. I want to express my deep gratitude to the search committee chaired by Dr. Berg. This was a long one. It was a difficult one, and we dealt with a lot of hurt through it. But your dedication and your hard work and your professionalism got us to where we are today, and I am so thankful for that. A round of applause for them again. I have to also offer a sincere thank you to our board chair, Todd Adams, and his board colleagues. Many of them I've heard since the announcement, as well as our executive vice president, Joel Pogozinski, and our interim provost, Dr. Sarah Feldner. Your steadfast commitment to excellence in athletics, and importantly, the role it plays in elevating our university, is what inspires us to do what we do. We will never take that for granted, and we can't wait to continue to build on that together. So thank you to you guys. Yeah, please. Keep clapping and I won't cry, so that's a good thing. You know, I have to start by giving thanks to Bill Cords and Tom Green, and I texted with both of them on Tuesday, well, maybe Monday night, but don't get mad at me yet. And both of them shared back unbelievable messages, and I can't say enough, can't give enough thanks to those two for the opportunity they gave us 21 years ago to join this community. And at that time, Ann and I never could have imagined, well, maybe you imagined we'd be here this long, since this is home for you. Don't get mad at me. We'll probably talk about that later. But we could have never imagined we'd call this place home for as long as we have, raised 3 unbelievable children here. And so we will always be deeply grateful for those 2 men. To my athletics teammates, the best team around. The best. I am so proud to be a part of your team. Coaches and administrators and student athletes. I will never take for granted what you do for us every single day, right? I'm the one that's blessed. I've heard from so many of you over the course of the process, and some of you were afraid to come and tell me you were rooting for me. And I can't tell you how much that means to me. I've always been a person who's enjoyed being part of a team, just to be part of a team more than whatever it is I do on that team. And we are so blessed here to have an amazing team. And I want everyone, all of our leaders on campus, to know that. So thank you so much for what you've done for me. Because leadership is not a role that's achieved alone. It is the result of a collective effort and dedication and hard work from everyone around me. And each of you has contributed to that moment today. And I'm grateful for your support, and I look forward to building our future together. Please give my teammates a round of applause. You know, I want to express my gratitude to all the student athletes I've worked with. I've had the privilege of working with over the years, many of whom I now call friends. Your drive and passion, unwavering commitment to excellence in everything you do is what inspires me every day to work. So thank you to all of you. And I see some of you here, so you better get to class. You cannot use this as an excused absence. And then I see some former guys here, so I'm just so appreciative. All right, Bill.
There's no need.
Bill Scholl. Let's see who cries first. You ready?
It's gonna be you.
Probably. Actually, I've gone through this so much, and I think I told Katie this. Travis came over last night, and we celebrated a little bit, so I decided, let me run through this again after we've had some wine. I didn't cry. So I was trying to figure out, like, oh, maybe I can get a glass of wine in before we come today. I don't know. Anyway, Bill, I can't thank you enough. You have been more than just a leader. You've been a guide, a teacher, and a role model. Through your wisdom, patience, and unwavering support, and man, you needed patience with me, you've shaped my growth in ways words cannot fully express. Your example of integrity and dedication and the ability to lead with both strength and empathy has inspired so many of us. Your legacy will live on through the lessons you've imparted and the paths you've helped forge. Ann and I want to extend our very best to you, Julie, the kids, and the grandkids as you embark on this next chapter. It is well deserved, and I hope it brings you nothing but joy and fulfillment. I've heard over the course of your retirement, right man at the right time for Marquette. Well, you were the right man at the right time for Mike Broeker, and I am forever grateful. And then I'll end with this, and this will upset your Notre Dame friends. You, my friend, are a Marquette man. Okay, this is going to be the hard part. Mike Lovell, you're going to have to give me those back. I want to take a moment to remember Mike, a man who made a profound impact on my life. Although we've lost him far too soon, his guidance, wisdom, and belief in me continue to shape who I am today. And the example he set as a man and a leader will stay with me always. I wish he could be here today to see this moment. But I know his spirit will be with me every step of the way. Mike, thank you for everything. I love you, and I miss you dearly. And I aspire to lead in a way that would make you proud. Okay. Don't cry now. Please. Yeah, round of applause. I need a break. Family for us is everything. I mean everything. I don't do a lot. One of the questions I got through the process is, what do you do for fun? I'm like, not a lot. I work, play golf, hang out with my family, because family is everything. And so I want to start with my mother, Carol, and my sister, Michelle, two extraordinary women who have shown me what love and strength truly mean. Your sacrifices have made moments like this possible for me, and I am forever grateful. I love you both deeply. To my in-laws, Jim and Pat Dries, and my sister-in-law, Bessie, who's here, thank you for being such a strong example to Ann and me what partners and parents look like. Your guidance and love and support mean the world to us. And then finally, and most importantly, to my wife, Ann, and our boys, Michael, who's not here. Hopefully he's in the indoor. He's a golfer at Siena, so he should be practicing his wedges in the indoor facility right now. It's a part of his game that needs a lot of work. To our boys, Michael, Danny, and Charlie, your unwavering love, support, and understanding have been the bedrock of everything I do. This journey would not have been possible without your constant encouragement and the sacrifices you've made along the way. You've stood by me through every challenge. Look at me, Charlie. Always believing in me. And I love you more than words can express, and boys, I love you to the moon and back. Please give my family a round of applause. All right. I think we're good. I did better than I thought. You know, a lot of people over the course of the last 7 months asked me, like, why would you want to get into college athletics right now? It's an absolute mess. I said, maybe I'm a little bit crazy. I don't know. But I always answered it with what they knew about me, but I want to share just a little bit about that with you guys today. You know, when I was young, my parents divorced, and I didn't have much relationship with my father. But through athletics, I found something incredibly important. Coaches who became father figures for me. From Little League all the way through college, coaches filled the void and showed me what it meant to be a man, to show up and to give everything you have. But one stood out above them all, my high school baseball coach, Bob Uden. Coach Uden wasn't just a coach, he was a legend. He was a father and a middle school science teacher who dedicated 34 years to coaching. Finally retiring in 1995 as one of the most accomplished and respected baseball coaches in New York State history. But beyond the wins and accolades, what he did for me was immeasurable. I can't explain exactly how he developed me as a pitcher to the point where I had the chance of playing college. But I can tell you this, he taught me the value of showing up every single day, no matter the circumstances. He instilled in me the importance of trust, teamwork, and accountability. He gave me structure, encouragement, and guidance. Importantly, and above all else, he gave me love. His belief in me made me believe I could accomplish anything. And that, for me, is why I want to be in college athletics, because that's what it's about. Our coaches, our administrators, doing that for our kids, shaping lives. It will never just be about winning games for us. It'll be about developing student athletes into the people they were meant to be, both on the field and off. I'm here today because I believe in the power of athletics to do that, to make a difference. And I'm excited to continue our tradition here at Marquette University of shaping lives, fostering excellence, and building a strong, supportive community. The second, I would say, through the process, the most popular question was, what's your vision for Marquette? And like, man, that is a big question. Well, I answered that, I hope. Maybe I'm here, so I answered it right. But what I believe is Marquette is uniquely positioned not only to adapt to all the change that's happening, but lead and thrive. But to realize that vision, we must have a men's and women's basketball program set the standard for us from a competitive level at the highest level of Division I. Those things are driving all our changes. And at the same time, we have to have every coach and every administrator and every staff member come together to support and empower our student athletes, helping them unlock their full potential and maximizing their growth during their time with us. And through this journey together, we must be grounded in gratitude and thoughtful decision-making and resilience. And of course, we can't do any of that without the unwavering support of our incredible fans and donors and partners both on campus and into the community. And I believe if we do all that, together we can create an environment that attracts quality student athletes, enhances all of our team's abilities to be successful, and inspires the next generation of leaders. So I invite all of you, students, faculty, staff, alumni, and supporters, to join us on this exciting journey and ensure that Marquette Athletics thrives well into the future. But, and those of you who know me, there's always a but. I'm a pragmatist. This vision to become a reality, we must embrace the challenges ahead with determination and reaffirm our commitment to the Jesuit principles that have defined this institution for nearly 150 years. Magis, which we know is our desire to always be better. Cura personalis, which we know is our care for one another, mind, body, and soul. And then I heard this last one, and where's Father Lawrence? You're gonna have to fact check me on this. I think I was listening to a podcast with Father Nicky and Chuck Swoboda, and your Latin is gonna come into play here too. And Father Nicky talked about the early Jesuits and their commitment to non multa sed multum. And I believe that's the key for us moving forward as an organization. Loosely translating that to mean focus on doing a few things exceptionally well rather than spreading ourselves too thin. Because if we do that, we will maximize our impact. So if we stay true to these ideals, we can and we will shape a future where excellence in athletics and the development of student athletes go hand in hand. And so I'll close with this. And this for me is something I'll keep close to my heart. And I would ask each of us who have the unbelievable privilege to work around our kids to hold this close to you as you go about your work. Dwayne Wade, our very own Dwayne Wade, in his speech to the class of 2022 said, "What I've learned since retirement is that it's not the dream we should chase, it's the experiences on the journey to fulfilling the dreams. That's the win." I cannot tell you how deeply grateful our family is for the experiences of the 21-year journey we've been on, and we look forward to the ones yet to come. President Ah Yun, thank you once again for this incredible opportunity. Question? Scott says I'm going to take questions, and he's going to cut it off as quickly as he cuts off Coach Smart's press conferences. Where's Ben Steele? You always get oh, there he is. All right, Ben. Knock yourself out, buddy.
Hey, Mike, congratulations.
Thank you, Ben.
You could have gone after other jobs in the last 2 decades. Just what's it mean to you to get that opportunity here at Marquette?
Yeah, I mean, I would just say it's never been about, Bill knows, it's never been about ascending to a role. For me, it's about being in a position to make impact at a place you believe in. And there's no place I believe more strongly in than Marquette University. We've had this conversation over the years, but with everything that's going on, I remain hopeful. I believe these places are the places that thrive because we're grounded in more than just winning some games. And that for me is everything.
Well, you touch on this a little bit, but everyone talks about...
I didn't say you get a follow-up, by the way.
Everyone talks about the challenging landscape of college athletics. With NIL in this era, how do you see that playing out just within the next 5 years?
If I could answer that question, I'd be a really rich man. I mean, I think it's more about being strong in your convictions, being committed to the things that are important to you, and more than ever having a real understanding of who you are and what you're capable of doing, right? Like the path is going to change because it's changing so fast. But your ability to be grounded in the right things and have the right people leading the programs we do, like our coaches, like Shaka, like Kara, like that stuff is critical. I think those are the things that give us the great advantage in navigating. Where it goes, I couldn't tell you. I wish I could. If you can find somebody to tell us that, both Dr. Ah Yun and I would be very interested in knowing. Maybe Bill knows.
Steve McGargy, Associated Press. You touched on this a little, but you said Marquette is uniquely qualified to kind of deal with all these changes. What, from your perspective, why? Why is this school uniquely qualified to?
Yeah, I mean, it starts with the kids we have and their commitment to be the best, right? That spirit of modus and excellence that runs through what we do. And then the way we approach that, I think that's an attractive thing for parents and guardians and people to know that Cura Personalis runs through the body of every person in our department. And then the last thing for me is like, well, look at this turnout for me. Like, go down to Fiserv, come to the Al McGuire Center. Our community is incredible, right? Like, how can we continue to bring our community better together? Like, Coach talks about it a lot. I'm sorry I keep quoting your culture book, but it's a great one. Like if we're better together today, how can we be better together tomorrow, right? So the pieces are there. Like, why wouldn't you not want to be a student athlete here? Why would you not want to be coached by our coaches staff? Why would you not want to be trained by Todd Smith or rehabbed by Kenny Wilka, right? Like, this place is the place you want to be if you want to grow and develop as a person.